On June 18th, Spike Chunsoft released the Movecraft DLC for Fire Pro Wrestling World on PS4. Movecraft allows players to edit any move in the game or create their own moves with frame-by-frame control. Perhaps best of all, Movecraft was and is free to download. Now, after 2 months, the Fire Pro community has had a chance to sink its teeth into this program. Already, Fire Pro aficionados have turned out some brilliant new creations. Many famous wrestling moves heretofore unavailable in Fire Pro are now circulating the Fire Pro message boards, adding replay value to Fire Pro W and ensuring its place at the summit of wrestling gaming. This video will chart some of the highlights of Movecraft, evaluating the most subscribed moves and drawing attention to some of those that may have been overlooked. While moves from AEW, WWE, and New Japan have garnered the most subscriptions, users' original offerings represent some of Movecraft's most preeminent creations. The most subscribed created move on FireProW.com is the Curb Stomp. This should come as no surprise, as Seth Rollins' signature finisher has been conspicuously absent from Fire Pro games. User It's T Diddy has provided us with a serviceable interpretation of the move, which has over 1,100 subscribers as of this recording. That said, the It's T Diddy rendering runs its course fairly fast and lacks the flourish of Rollins' real-life version. The animation used by It's T Diddy gives the impression of lacking frames, resulting in a move that is, quite frankly, janky. This is a noble and necessary first effort, but there is room for improvement vis-a-vis the Curb Stomp. Coming in a close second among most subscribed moves on FireProW.com is the Vertical Drop Powerbomb, created by one Miguel-Francisca. This is a rendering of Toshiaki Kawada's Gonzo Bomb, or Hangman's DDT to fans of Aki games, one of the most legitimately dangerous moves in all of professional wrestling. It involves a powerbomb in which the opponent is dropped directly on his or her head. Miguel-Francisca has done a fairly good job with the move, starting with the bicentennial setup animation and working from there. He's managed to capture the sheer impact of the move, but the aftermath is lacking. As we can see, the opponent goes bounding away into the background, when a heels-overhead, crumpling-style sell might have worked even better to convey the impact. Not all attempts at pre-existing moves leave something to be desired. User ZTony44's version of Darby Allin's Coffin Drop is fantastic, and one of the best overall Movecraft creations to date. Also filling a long-standing gap in the Fire Pro move list is the Double Underhook Backbreaker. Jurassic Punk 13 has provided us with an eminently usable version of that old CM Punk and early Chris Jericho staple. Also, situational pro wrestling moves that may have only been used on one occasion, sometimes by accident, have been given new life in Movecraft. See, for instance, Trip D3000's Botched Pedigree, a reference to an early instant in Triple H's career in which he recklessly mangled the neck of an unwitting jobber. Movecraft has also been an effective way to introduce new ways to set up perennially popular moves. Fans of No Mercy no doubt recall that the Burning Hammer was not a front grapple maneuver in that game, as per Fire Pro. Thanks to Movecraft, the Burning Hammer now can be performed from a back grapple in Fire Pro. Some of the best moves that Movecraft has given us happen to be original creations of the players. These include the Spinning Death Valley Driver, seen here. Move creators have had an especial abundance of fun with the illegal and entertainment moves. See, for instance, Trip D3000's Fork Stab or his Disco Fever, respectively. Many praises are also due for Harerazer, who has bestowed upon FireProW.com the Stumble Pinfall, a type of inadvertent lateral press without which a Fire Pro moveset is sorely incomplete. Inevitably, more of this silliness and brutality will emerge from the intrepid content creators in the Fire Pro community. So what is the best move that Movecraft has given us so far? Well, for that, we have to look no further than the move around which the Movecraft YouTube tutorial itself is based, the Big Swing Jumping Bomb by FPW-KOUSIKI. Such a choice might seem unfairly biased, but who cares? The move is simply breathtaking, starting from a powerbomb lift and then switching to a choke-assisted flip that leaves its victim in a sit-out spinebuster pin. Marvelous work, FPW-KOUSIKI. So that's the best of Fire Pro's Movecraft to date. We've seen some admirable attempts to recreate popular pro wrestling moves and some truly amazing and inspiring original creations. While we may not agree on the absolute best new move out there, one thing is for certain. Movecraft far surpasses the primitive move creation system in past SmackDown vs. Raw and WWE 2K games. Indeed, Movecraft makes certain that Fire Pro will continue to outpace the WWE games for many years to follow. Did you like this video? Well, then make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Did you hate this video? Well, tell me all about it in the comments. Ugh.